Hello guys, welcome to Global Happenings today. A lot is happening right now and we have a news here for you. Don't forget that Rotimi Amaechi was beaten up by some persons in Madrid and the IPOB came up and told Nigerians that they were actually the ones who were behind it. And then some youths from Ikwere, that's the Niger Delta youth, came out and told the Igbos to apologize to Amaechi or their properties will be destroyed in Ikwere land. And we have a news headline here for you in respect to it. It's just like an update. And the news here says, Ndigbos apologizes to Rotimi Amaechi over attack in Madrid, which means that actually the trade really had work. But let's see who are behind this apology. Let's look at the news in detail. But before we do that, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish videos on YouTube. All right, let's look at the news. Ohaneze and Igbo youth Council worldwide angrily condemned vehemently the purported assault meted on our son in April, which occurred during the conference on climate change in Madrid, Spain, recently as an act of misplaced anger. Disclosing this in a statement signed by Mazi Okechukwu Izuzoro, President General, and Mazi Oku Nabuike, Secretary General, the group said, Chibuike Amaechi, Honorable Minister for Transport, remain our leader and illustrious son, and we apologize to him on behalf of those who claim responsibility over the purported failed assault and promise him and other Igbo leaders that Igbo youths guarantee safety of all government officials and dignitaries in the future while in discharge of their official duties abroad. And according to the award, the said Ohaneze and Igbo Youth Council Worldwide has met in Mumbai, India with Igbo leaders and some coalition of Biafra agitators from different countries in Asia with the view of halting further embarrassment of government officials and dignitaries, especially Igbo leaders. There were displeasures and aggressive issues concerning perceived maltreatment meted on Igbos, which was expressed by those who were present at the meeting, but resolutions were reached and will be communicated to the Secretary General Ohaneze Ndigbos Dim Uche Ukwoku, who oversees the office of the Ohaneze Youth and Southeast Governors Forum. And they went further to say, we want to assure our governors and ministers that there will be no further embarrassment in Asia. This consultative dialogue and meeting will be replicated in America, Europe, and African countries in nearby future. We will continue to support President Muhammadu Buhari's administration and Southeast governors and protect them both at home and in diaspora from further embarrassment and humiliation. Wow, this is really a serious one. And I don't know. But before we go on to say anything, let's just look at some of the reactions of Nigerians, in respect to this. And we have one here, and it says, Notice, Ohaneze youth are worthless and minority in Biafran land. Ignore their posts. We don't respect or value them. For your information, the only man we respect is our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and we can never ever apologize to the thief called Amaechi. Wherever we see him, we will still hunt him until he repents and join IPOB for Biafra restoration without further delay. All right, another person said here, he said, let IPOB keep fooling themselves. Before you know, they will cause ethnic clashes soon with their behavior. If you want to beat up leaders, do the ones from the east. That's how you people kill northern leaders that sow the seed of hate and division in Nigeria today, and yet you don't want to learn from it. That's a serious one there. Another one say here, Amaechi said that he answered Igbo name that he is not an Igbo. There is no need for apology. Has it been they break his head, it will save him better. Minister of Transport, no rail from PH to Onitsha to Lagos. He will build railway from Katsina and Douala to Niger. Even PH to Lagos, not in his agenda. Very soon, he will leave that office and end up in jail. Wait and see. Those are some of the response that we can consider right now. But looking at what the apology that has been tendered to Amaechi, that's the Minister of Transport, do you think that this is traceable to the threat that was thrown in by the Niger Delta youth some a day ago?
Yes, I think it's actually traceable. Before now, I cannot remember Ohaneze youth apologizing to Ikweremadu. Yes, they felt bad that they shouldn't have done that to Ikweremadu, but I don't think there was an official apology, to Ikweremadu on that respect. But for this, they have apologized. The Ikwere Youth Audio Group or North, they demanded for apology for the IPOB people beating up their son, illustrious son, and they wanted an apology, or else there will be burning of Igbo properties. Most especially, it's gonna have to be innocent Igbos who own businesses in rivers. So if apologizing, which Ohaneze youth have done, if it will save the day, it's okay. They wanted apology, they've gotten the apology, and at least the innocent Igbos in Ikwere will not lose their property. There's nothing as painful as hard work. You didn't steal, you didn't loot, that's your sweat, and due to some persons and issues here and there, you now lose your property. And in this dispensation that we are in, if you lose your property, OYO is your name, on your own. You will suffer for it. The people who lost their property in the Ochanja market, how much they get? Some of them lost their lives. Some of them lost their loved ones. At the end of the day, they contributed the money. According to what I heard, said the monies they contributed, some 1 or 2 persons siphoned the money. They all had about 100 and something thousand for some businesses that worth how many million. So honestly, I don't buy the idea of ethnic clash, the ethnicity clash. If it's avoidable, fine. If they wanted an apology, fine. They've gotten it. I know that the IPOBians will disagree to this, but the truth is, let peace reign. But it's a clear indication now that where we are headed. I said this once and I'll say it again. The reason why we are here in Nigeria, the reason why Nigeria is in this pathetic state that we're in today, is because our leaders have successfully divided each and every Nigerian on ethnicity lines and religious line. Make any mention, it's okay if you want us to beat your son. It's okay, we'll all beat your son. But when it comes to beating my son, don't touch my son, it's my son. That's where we're in now. Now, if a corrupt leader is corrupt, it's corrupt as a Nigerian. You treat his mess up as a Nigerian. But if it now comes to your own son, though he's a Nigerian, he's no more a Nigerian. He is now an Ikwere man who should not be touched. And that's why we are here. So when next this happens, now the next thing you will see is, okay, nobody should touch my own son. Before you know it, all of us thrive in corruption. I am not saying beating up a leader is nice, but since peaceful protest is not generally acceptable in Nigeria, then we should find a way around to tell our leaders that we are not pleased with the state of affairs in Nigeria, and they should look around it. But we have been doing this year in, year out. They've not been listening. Honestly, they've not been listening. So how do we get their attention? Now that we have apologized, so tomorrow, all leaders now should continue where they have stopped. I feel that the apology, it's coming the right time, because I see, if this is not an audio group, I see innocent, Igbos living in Port Harcourt paying the price for what they do not know.
All right, thank you very much. Well, we are hopeful that this will calm the Ikwere youth's anger and they will not go ahead with destruction of the properties of the Igbos there. Well, that's the truth. It's not easy to build wealth, it's not easy to build business from scratch. Some of them spend time living with their gas and finally had some money to start up their business, and today they are doing very well for themselves. So somebody just waking up one day to destroy it because of ethnic issues that is not traceable to any of them, it's something that will be very painful. Apology has been tendered, but I hope that is representing the interest, because the way this guy is talking, that they met in Mumbai, and before now, the little I know about these two guys, I'm talking about the Ohaneze youth, Ohaneze Igbo youth, and Biafra, they don't see eye to eye. So this issue of saying in Asia, we met in Mumbai in India, and we have entered into agreement, we've sorted out our differences, and we've entered into agreement that there won't be a repeat of this. From what end are you talking? Have you met with the leader of IPOB? Has he resolved? Because I think he's the only person that have the right to make such resolution. Nobody can do that on his behalf. If maybe you met with Ima Powerful and all of those are some of the key people that we know are decision makers in IPOB, then one can say it will really stand, because they are promising that there won't be a repeat of such for any government official. So if tomorrow government officials are being beaten, they will be held responsible. So such statement must be, handled with due diligence. You must be very careful when you are talking, because you are telling us no need of further consultation with any country that you are visiting, because before now there had been suggestion that the leaders that Nigerian leaders will have to talk to some before they travel. They need to talk about protections of their life wherever they are going, so that the military, they will be on the alert immediately they come visiting, to prevent IPOB from beating them and all of that. But now that you have guaranteed that there is an agreement between you and IPOB agitators, which means such will not repeat it. So if it happens, would you be ready to pay the price? Because I can assure you that everybody will come for your neck if there is a repeat of another flogging or another beating by the IPOB members. Well, that's where we're going to leave it. Go to our comment section. Do you think that was the right step taken to avoid further destruction of properties and lives of the Igbos? Do you think that the step taken by the Ndigbos youth was the right one, in the right direction? Let's interact. Don't forget also to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button, and also on the bell icon, so that you can get